Welcome to the Donald Wright Auditorium at our main library, our historic library. Outside to my left is the Great Hall, and this is an extraordinary part of who we are as a city, our library. And the voters of Pasadena on 3 separate occasions passed an initiative where we raise taxes just to save the libraries in the city of Pasadena. And so we've raised a tremendous amount of money just to make sure that every sector of the city of Pasadena has a library. So give yourselves a round of applause. Obviously, there are lots of dignitaries that are in this room and outside. I'm not going to introduce all of them at this time, but there will be an opportunity for us to make introductions, hear them sing, and hear the mayor dance outside to my left. So without further ado, we always start our program with the Pledge of Allegiance, and we have with us this evening the Blair High School Junior ROTC, led by their leader, Commander Hicks. Normally I would introduce each member individually, but when we're crunched in with only 30 minutes, that would take additional time that we just don't have this evening. So, do we have a lieutenant ready to post colors? Can you please stand for the presenting of the colors?
Forward, march, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left. March time, march, left, left, right. Left, up, left, face, present, colors.
Battalion Chief Eaton, would you come forward and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Ready, colors. Right, face. Forward, march, left, 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 left.
Please give the Blair High School ROTC a round of applause. For our opening prayer, we have Father Arshad Kachadorian from St. George Armenian Church. Please welcome Father Arshad Kachadorian.
Good evening. Let us pray. O Lord, you that bless them, that they bless you, and hello them that put their trust in you. Save your people and bless your inheritance. Sanctify them. Grant peace to the whole world, to the United States of America, for all the good gifts and all perfect bounties come down from above, from you, who are the Father of light, and to his befitting glory, dominion, and honor. as the earth keeps turning, hurtling into space, and the night falls and day breaks from land to land. Let us remember people waking and sleeping, being born and dying, one world, one humanity. Let us go from hence. Jesus, wisdom of the Father, grant us wisdom that we may always speak and do that is good in your sight. Save us from evil thoughts, words, and deeds. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Good wishes to you.
Election. Okay. Into my notes. Oh, here we go. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge who I am. My name happens to be John Kennedy. You may be seated, please. And I'm the Vice Mayor of the City of Pasadena, also a council member for District 3, where this particular library, this institution is located. And speaking of the institution, I would like to introduce Michelle Pereira, who is the president of the California Library Association, and ask her to come forward. She has been probably on the job for a little more than a year, and she's director of our library department, which is actually a longer title than just library department. Please welcome Michelle Pereira.
Good evening, everybody. It will be 1 year tomorrow, so you are very good. This has been a great year in Pasadena. I have absolutely enjoyed my time so far, and I have to say that the city departments, our city council, and of course all of you in the community have just been really gracious in welcoming me to Pasadena, and I'm just so proud to be here. This has been a whirlwind, really fast year, and what's been so great are all the wonderful things the Pasadena Public Libraries are working on. And if I could just take a moment to tell you about a few of them. I know it's a shameless plug, but this is a great opportunity to share with you some of the events going on here at the library. And the first thing I want to mention is 2018 is the year of STEAM in Pasadena. That does not mean it's going to be hot, although it probably will be. STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics, and we have an entire year of programming lined up for you. For the kids in Pasadena, our library received a grant for $100,000 to do programs related to STEM and the arts, so we are thrilled to be able to do that for the entire year. Also, we have been working very hard on an early learning initiative. Several years ago, the city of Pasadena declared itself an early learning city, and with the purpose of becoming and really expanding early learning opportunities by 2025. In September of this year, we launched our Office of the Young Child, and with that, really planning and trying to bring together all of the great organizations and collaborations in Pasadena to make sure everyone who has a young child, is thinking about having a baby, knows about the amazing opportunities and resources that are available in Pasadena that can help them. So if you are not familiar with what you're doing, please talk to one of our library staff. Please make a referral or take a look at our website, and we have just launched our early learning website, and there's lots of great information there. And the last thing, while I have you here, I will say the Public Health Department and the library entered into a partnership a few months ago. And that partnership basically was for us to share a staff person, a caseworker, that is housed here at the library. Her name is Precious Jackson, and she has done some amazing work for us, and I would like to just acknowledge some of the work she has done. She's been on the job with us in the library for about 4 to 5 months. In that time, she has really worked with some of our homeless population at our libraries, some of our customers that have some mental health issues that they need help with, and and she has worked with them one-on-one to try and provide resources, try and provide some help, and really trying to provide any guidance that they are looking for. And in the short time she has been here, she has been able to find permanent supportive housing for 3 long-term homeless customers of ours. And one of them, 21 years old, been homeless for 3 years, had been in and out of foster care his entire life, and you know what happens at age 18, you're out. Found him permanent supportive housing on a Monday, and on a Tuesday, he applied for a job at the new Vallarta supermarket and got a job. So it's really thanks to the support of our city council, Vice Mayor Kennedy, our mayor who's here, and all the city council members who really support the work we're trying to do here at the libraries, and to the community who supports us through a library tax, as well as every day coming into the library and interacting with our staff and making this a great library and a great community. So I wish you all a very happy holiday season, a very safe holiday season, and I look forward to seeing you all in the library in 2018. Back to you.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I know all of you are revving up and ready to go, but we'll be finishing about 10 more minutes. Now I'd like to introduce our police chief, Phil Sanchez, and I'd just like to say a brief word about Chief Sanchez. He's not required to come to my meetings, but every meeting that I've had where he has been in town, he has attended our District 3 community meetings to bring us updates about critical incidences, a whole myriad of issues that affect the safety of the community, and particularly the safety of District 3. I'm going to take a little bit of wind out of his wings, if you will. In District 3, I think in the city of Pasadena, crime has dropped 18+%, and that's extraordinary, and the chief can tell you a little bit about that. Chief Sanchez.
Thanks, Vice Mayor. The Vice Mayor had mentioned, and it was part of my talking points this evening, the Los Angeles Times recently quoted in a 7-year study looking at all the cities in Los Angeles County, and the city of Pasadena dropped 18.2% in Part 1 crimes over that time. I must tell you, though, in addition to proactive policing, we are blessed in Pasadena with good governance from our council, the mayor and the vice mayor and their colleagues, the city staff with Mr. Mermel, our great library here with Michelle and her staff, Horace Wormley with public parks and recreation, and of course Michael Johnson with our health department as well. I think it's that combination, along with things like parole reintegration and outreach opportunity, that helps us reduce our crime, not just policing. If you've heard me talk once, you've heard me say many, many times that we're not going to police our way out of the issues that face us as a society. But 18.2% is something that we should be proud of. We still have our challenges, however. I think most recently the gun count this year is about 273 guns that we've taken off the street here in Pasadena. And for a department that, thank you, and I'll accept that acknowledgement, but there's a greater question for us. And how is that the guns are ending up on the streets? And the truth is that they're being taken in burglaries and thefts, in part because gun owners are irresponsible. If you're a firearm owner, I don't want to get into the discussion of the Second Amendment, please put your firearm in a safe. If you don't have a safe, purchase one. If you're not going to put it in your safe, please bring it to the Pasadena Police Department and turn it in, and I'll be happy to have it destroyed. But at the end of the day, we have to figure out in 2018 and going forward how we're going to stop guns arriving in our community. In that regard, please be safe during the holiday season. We have safety tips that are on our website. I would ask that you visit that and consume that knowledge. It's there for your information. Reducing the load in packages. Your car is not a safe place to leave your gifts and your valuables. So please make sure that you are getting that information from the website. Lastly, before I go, Mr. Kennedy, I'd like to just take a moment. Of course, many of you know that we honored a California firefighter that was killed tragically in the Thomas fire. And I take a moment of silence for him, for all the firefighters, and for the many, many police officers who were slain in 2017. Thank you. Thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Chief Sanchez. All right. Let's see. I'd like to invite Lisa Dudarian to the podium. She is someone who is a longtime member of the Pasadena Fire Department. All of us as city council members, the mayor, rely on her expertise in disaster planning preparedness. And she is here tonight to give us some pointers about holiday safety. Lisa Dudarian.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hopefully you can see me and hear me. I should have worn my heels today. Good evening and welcome to a few safety tips that we want to get out there. I live in the east end of town, and this morning it was extremely windy for Pasadena since a big breeze in 2011. So tonight, when you go home, ensure that your holiday lights and decorations are still up, that you're getting feedback? Is that okay? That the extensions are still connected and that there's nothing exposed in your wiring that can create a further hazard. Okay, and how many of you have Christmas trees at home? All right, how many watered them this morning? Okay, I need you to do that every morning because the last thing we need is a Christmas tree fire from letting it dry out in Pasadena, okay? So that's one thing I need you to do. We talked about holiday lights. Please go out and buy some extra batteries this week because what we don't want also is you give great gifts for the holidays, for Christmas. Kids go, they open the gifts and they want to play with them instantly, only to find out that you didn't buy the batteries to go with them, so you take them out of your smoke detectors, smoke alarms. Don't do that either, okay? I don't want to be giving you that idea, but I also don't want you to have that idea in mind, okay? Do not do that. Make sure you buy those batteries with the toys, okay? And floor and wall heaters. This time of year, we typically see, it's been 80s this week, but we see people will start using their floor heaters, their wall heaters. They haven't used them for a while. They will throw a towel on it or clothes on it, not thinking, and that creates a bad situation and a fire. Okay, so little tips like that. Again, those are on our website too. I want to acknowledge Chief Eaton. He's also our Deputy Fire Marshal. He's out there in the community every day with his team of inspectors looking at both businesses and residential to ensure your safety. So if you have any questions, we'll be around and we'll look forward to talking to you. Thanks.
Please allow me to make some brief introductions. I think I saw Linda Wall come in, who is the president of the Pasadena City College Board. Can you please stand? Not longtime member, but Trustee Brown is in the house. Trustee Brown. And I know I'm going to have difficulty with this name, but the president of the Pasadena Unified School District is also in the house, Roy Begorgian. And his lovely wife, Emma, who graduated from Marshall Fundamental School, even though she was born in Beirut, Lebanon. Emma? You can stand, it's okay. Now, other electeds, I think I saw a former lieutenant and adjutant to the police chief, Volante Riddle, come in for Senator, gave him a promotion, Assemblyman Chris Holden. Volante. Have I missed any other electeds? Oh, I asked. Ross Selvage. Oh, let me take a quick moment to tell you about Ross. On 3 separate occasions, Ross chaired the library task force for alternate funding. So every time the initiative sunsets, we have to go through the process again to get the voters to pass that tax to benefit our libraries. And Ross, the gentleman with the silver hair and the silver tongue, former Navy man, Ross Selvage is on the Pasadena City College Board of Trustees. Please give a round of applause to Ross, not only for his role on that body, but making sure that our libraries are fully funded. Thank you, Ross.
I'd like to point out that on the first task force, the people who set this thing up asked me to be co-chairman. And I think it was because I asked a question. But they asked you to be co-chairman because you know political stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Ross. Do we have the Director of Planning still here? I know he wasn't feeling well and he said he might have to leave. Oh, so isn't that delightful that we're going to cut this meeting short? Sorry about that. Dave Reyes, who is a respected member of the executive leadership team for our city manager, Steve Mermel, actually came early, but he wasn't feeling well. Normally he does not shave, but he shaved up and he was ready to go, but the coughing was just too much for him. So I'd ask my field deputies who are district liaisons, if they're in the house, I'd like them to allow me to acknowledge them if they're in the house. Susana Porras and Jana West. Okay. Let's see. For housekeeping and emergencies, exit to the rear to my right, emergency bathrooms to my right across the stage, bathrooms in the front on the south side of the entrance at Garfield and Walnut, and we did freshen them up for you. There's lots of food today, and I'd like to take a moment just to share with you. We have food from Eden Garden, El Portal, Lewis Family Soul Food, Tyson Afrocentric Peruvian food as well. And I know I'm missing someone. We have crepes. Oh, what is the entity? Does anyone know the entity? I wish my district liaisons here. Anyway, we have some of that French food here as well. So, also I'd like to acknowledge the volunteer committee, Michelle Pereira, Timothy McDonald, Carol Dickey, Denise Guerrero, Catherine Haney, Danny Parker, Rosalinda Chai Sarmiento, Robert Alvarez, Lena Kennedy, Julian Spratling, Denise Morey, Darlene Hampton. You may see Darlene as the person or the face of the city when you go into the City Hall executive area. She is a young lady who normally greets you. I'd also like to acknowledge the sponsors, Alhar Incorporated, Robin Salzer of, what's the name of that place out there on Rosemead? Oh, Robin's Ribcage. Vallarta Supermarkets, Brian Dees from Water and Power, Faye and Robert Davidson, Vic Baliosian, Firefighters Association, Local 809, Arshak Kalajian, Al Moses, Claudia Ramirez, Lincoln Properties, California Retail Center, Carmel Partners, Yoshiko Bunkley, Danny Bakewell Jr., and Renaissance Plaza. On the rear, on the last page, outside page of your program, you'll notice that there's advisory body members. I'd ask that all of the advisory body members who are here, if you would please stand and if you would give them a round of applause for their service to the city of Pasadena over the last year. If you're a member of any of the advisory bodies, would you please stand? I thought I saw Greg Gunter in the rear. And there are several others of you. If you just stand so we can say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Danny Donavedian, Leslie Caldwell. Anyone else? Okay. All right. And I see you, Ann Hamilton, back there with Robert over there seated. Next time, make him stand and you sit. Oh, I'm sorry, Robert, just joking. It's holiday. At this time, I'd like to have, is there any other housekeeping matters? Library folks? City of Pasadena folks? We're good? Okay, I'd like to ask Reverend Hundo Gregory Gibbs, if you're in the house, from the Pasadena Buddhist Temple, to lead us as you see fit. I might add that it has been my practice to recognize all religions and no religion at all, because we all do not have to practice a religion or practice a faith or even believe in God. But what I seek to do is bring us all together as a community, and I understand that there are some who do not like this practice, and you have that right, and I have the right. And I respect your right, and I hope that you would respect my right. So we welcome now to the podium Reverend Hundo Gregory Gibbs from the Pasadena Buddhist Temple. Thank you. Come forward.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'd like to thank the Honorable John J. Kennedy and his staff for the invitation. By way of a closing bit of prayerfulness, I'm going to lead you in meditation, guided meditation. It won't take as long as you're thinking. I'm just going to ask that you share with me these positive aspirations, which we first hold for ourselves and then open out to include all living beings. You'll know I'm done when I ring the bell. So if you can, please share with me these positive hopes. May I be healthy and happy. May no harm come to me. May I live in peace. May my family be healthy and happy. May no harm come to them. May they live in peace. May my friends be healthy and happy. May no harm come to them. May they live in peace. May everyone who is kind to me be healthy and happy. May no harm come to them. May they live in peace. May even those who are unkind to me be healthy and happy. May no harm come to them. May they live in peace. May all living beings be healthy and happy. May no harm come to us. May we live in peace. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, the fun begins. Run! No. Just kidding. Go ahead, Mike.
Everybody, we should stand up and give Mr. Kennedy a round of applause for doing
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the holiday season. Normally, I'm much more loquacious than I am tonight. I have a lot of warmth in my heart that I'd like to share. If you want tickets to the Rose Bowl game, I see Daryl Dunn in the rear. Make sure you rush him. He has the red jacket on. That's Daryl Dunn, the general manager of the Rose Bowl. But again, thank all of you for coming. Have a wonderful night. We have lots of entertainment, lots of good food, lots of good friends. Say hello to someone that you do not know. God bless.
I'm just following people, all the people.
He's making trouble. I'm just telling you. Watch him. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to say happy holidays, happy new year. It's wonderful to be here in the great hall of the city of Pasadena with all the people who make up the diversity of Pasadena. District 3 is one of the most diverse districts in the city of Pasadena, and I am fortunate to have been asked to represent this area. We have Kings Villages, Community Arms, Pilgrims Tower, most of Old Town on the north side of Old Town from Lake all the way over to the freeway. It's an extraordinary place to be. City Hall is also located and the police department is also located in my district. So all of you out there, come on down to District 3, the best district in Pasadena. Now, if someday they ask me to be mayor, I may consider it. But at this time, I am the vice mayor and happy to be the council member for District 3. Thank you. Happy holidays. Be safe. If you see something, say something. Talk to you later.
Hallelujah! 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 To the great King! Oh, to the
gospel choir here in Pasadena called Eyes on Extreme Purpose. And I'm a member of Hillside Tabernacle Church of God in Christ, Pasadena. As the president of the Altoona chapter in the Great City.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
It's Rita Turner. And Rita is a leader in the Los Angeles County. She works for the Los Angeles County in a legal position, and she's an extraordinary leader in the city of Pasadena. She is like a sister to me. Rita Turner.
Hi everybody, this is an awesome man. I'm so grateful to him to allow me to be a part of this celebration of family and community. And John is everything this city needs. Thank you, John, for everything. I said a ho-ho and a Merry Christmas.
Dressed up like Eskimos.
It's typical Pasadena. This is the way we dress in Pasadena.